There is a moment in every human life when everything feels quiet. Not peaceful quiet. A different kind of quiet. The kind that feels heavy. The kind that feels like the world has stopped moving, but somehow your heart is still beating. Maybe faster than you want it to. You sit with yourself in that silence, and the truth you've been avoiding starts knocking on your chest, and you know exactly what truth I'm talking about. The one you've been trying to bury under your smile. The one you push away by keeping yourself busy. The one you silence with entertainment, distractions, fake happiness, temporary escapes. The pain you hide, the invisible battle you never mention. The storm inside you that you pretend isn't there. People look at you and think you're strong. They say things like, "You're doing great, you're fine, you're handling everything so well," and you nod. You smile, you laugh, because you don't want to explain something they will never understand. You don't want to show them how close you are to breaking. You don't want to scare them with the truth that you're carrying more than your heart has space for. But every night, when the world finally stops talking, when the noise ends, when your own voice becomes the only sound you can hear, you feel it. The weight, the pressure, the memories, the regrets, the unanswered questions, the silent anger, the loneliness you never admit, the dreams you fear might never happen. And that pain, you feel it like fire under your skin, and you wonder, why me? You wonder, why does my heart hurt so much? You wonder, why is life so unfair? And you think maybe the pain is breaking you, piece by piece, day by day. But what if it's not breaking you? What if it's building you? What if the things you're going through right now are not meant to destroy you, but to forge you into someone you cannot become without this chapter of your life? What if the pain you hide is becoming the strength you need? You see, there are two types of people in life. The ones who turn their pain into excuses, and the ones who turn their pain into power. And the difference between these two people is not talent, not luck, not opportunity. The difference is simple. One person lets pain define them, and the other lets pain refine them. And right now, you are standing at the crossroads between who you have been and who you can become. Maybe you think you've lost too much. Maybe you think you've failed too many times. Maybe you think your heart has been broken beyond repair. But the truth is, the strongest people you know did not become strong because life was kind. They became strong because life was brutal. They became strong because life crushed them. And they refused to stay broken. Their strength was born in darkness. Their courage was born through suffering. Their growth was born through pain. But you don't see their nights. You don't see their loneliness. You don't see the moments they almost gave up. You only see who they are now, not who they had to be to get here. And you are in the middle of that process. Life is not punishing you. Life is preparing you. Life is shaping you. Life is challenging the weak version of you so the stronger version can finally rise. And I know it doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel kind. It doesn't feel good. But growth never feels good in the moment. Change never feels comfortable. Transformation never feels gentle. You are being stretched, broken open, stripped of the illusions that kept you small. And the more you resist it, the more it hurts. But the moment you surrender to the truth that everything you're going through is building, you stop suffering from it and start learning from it. You stop asking, why me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? You stop blaming life for being hard and start realizing that diamonds are only created under pressure. You stop seeing your pain as a curse and start seeing it as your rebirth. Think about the toughest moment of your life. The moment you thought you wouldn't survive. The moment you thought you'd never recover. The moment you felt life had taken everything from you. You survived it. You lived through it. And if you lived through that, you can live through this. You've already overcome things that older versions of you would have collapsed under. You've already healed from wounds you once thought would scar you forever. You've already rebuilt yourself after things that were meant to destroy you. And you don't give yourself enough credit for that. You don't see the strength in your survival. You don't see the growth in your scars. You don't see the courage in your persistence. Let me tell you something you rarely hear. You're stronger than you think. You're braver than you believe. You're growing even when it doesn't feel like it. And your pain is not pointless. It's preparing you for a future that needs a stronger version of you. But here's something you never realized. The pain you hide is trying to speak to you. It's trying to tell you something. Pain is not random. Pain is not meaningless. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is the messenger. Pain is the mirror. Pain is the mentor. Pain shows you what you need to heal. Pain shows you who you need to let go of. Pain shows you the habits that are destroying you. Pain shows you the truth you've been avoiding. Pain shows you the parts of your life that no longer belong in your future. Pain is the alarm clock of your soul, and you can hit snooze for a while. But eventually, it will wake you, because it must. Because change doesn't happen without discomfort. Because growth doesn't happen without challenge. Because strength doesn't happen without struggle. You're not being punished. You're being pushed. You're being elevated. You're being transformed. You are being prepared for a life that matches the greatness inside you, greatness that can only be unlocked through the pain you're experiencing right now. But here's the part most people don't understand. The pain you hide will either destroy you or rebuild you. And that decision comes from one place, your heart. Not your circumstances, not your past, not your mistakes, your heart. You decide what your pain becomes. You decide whether it becomes your story of defeat or your story of rebirth. You decide whether it becomes your excuse or your evolution. You decide whether it becomes your ending or your beginning. And you are stronger than you think. You are capable of more than you know. You are closer to your breakthrough than you realize. But you must stop hiding your pain. You must stop pretending you're okay when you're not. You must stop carrying everything alone. You must stop running from the parts of your heart that need healing. Because the longer you hide it, the heavier it becomes. And the heavier it becomes, the more it crushes the real you. The you who loves deeply, the you who believes, the you who dreams, the you who wants a better life, the you who hasn't given up yet, even though life has given you every reason to. You deserve to heal. You deserve peace. You deserve happiness. You deserve a life where you no longer have to pretend. But healing only begins when honesty begins. So start being honest with yourself, not with the world, with yourself. Admit when you're hurting. Admit what you need. Admit what broke you. Admit what scares you. Admit what you've lost. Admit what you want. Because you cannot heal from pain you refuse to acknowledge. And don't you dare think healing makes you weak. Healing is not weakness. Healing is strength. Healing is courage. Healing is the beginning of the rest of your life. Healing is how you become unstoppable. When you heal, you rise. When you rise, you transform. When you transform, you break cycles. When you break cycles, you inspire others. When you inspire others, you become a light in a world full of darkness. And all of that begins with the pain you hide. So let it out. Let it teach you. Let it build you. Let it shape you. Let it lead you toward the version of yourself you are destined to become. You want to know something powerful. One day you will look back at this moment, at this chapter, at this pain, and you will finally understand why it had to hurt. You will understand why the people who left had to leave. You will understand why things didn't go the way you begged for. You will understand why the universe made you wait. You will understand why life forced you to grow alone. You will understand why your heart had to break so your spirit could rise. Because one day the strength inside you will be so bright, so deep, so unshakable, that you will finally say, I get it now. Every tear, every heartbreak, every failure, every lonely night, every silent battle, every moment you didn't think you'd survive, every storm, every wound, every disappointment, Everything was leading you to a version of yourself you were always meant to become. And that version of you, the one in the future, the stronger you, the wiser you, the unbreakable you, that version is watching you right now, and they are whispering, "Keep going. Don't stop. Don't quit. You are becoming me, so don't hide your pain. Transform it. Don't run from your pain. Face it. Don't deny your pain. Rise through it, because the pain you hide today will become the strength that carries you tomorrow. And when that day comes, when you finally see who you have become, will realize that the pain that once hurt you was the same pain that saved you."